Available from Indiepix on DVD and also the Indiepix Unlimited streaming channel, which is via Amazon Prime or Prime Video. So if you go to Amazon Prime and you look this movie up, you'll be able to find it. This is Last Shadow at First Light from 2023. It is 110 minutes long. I am reviewing the DVD. This was directed by Nicole Midori Woodford with Mihaya, Shirata, Masatoshi, Nagase, and Mariko, Tsutsui. It's in Japanese with English subtitles, and if I didn't already mention it, it's 110 minutes long. Basic story goes a little something like this. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. A young woman whose mother has gone missing. Her mother was living in another area or went away to help people who were the victims of a tsunami in Japan. This young girl misses her mother. She has an audio mini cassette recorder, probably an answering machine tape originally, of her mother saying some things that she treasures. And she's just so racked with devastation that her mother is gone that she decides to go to where her mother was last seen, last known to be, and try to figure out maybe she's still alive. If she is, why is she not speaking with her anymore? Or if something bad happened to her, she needs to know. She just needs to know. She can't take the grief anymore. And home life is not great for her. She's sort of bullied by kids at school. Her grandmother is in a nursing home and missing her late grandfather. Did I mention that the young girl can see her dead grandfather? This film kind of has a dreamlike, was it magical realism? I'm not sure what the right term for it is, but sort of a dreamlike quality to it at times where it's very quiet, it's very slow, it's very moody and contemplative. It's beautifully shot. It's a really nice looking movie. And the film basically follows this young woman who is in this other town where her mother used to live with the semi-help of her uncle, who's not a happy guy, trying to figure out what happened. So it's very dreary. It's very shoegazy. It's very Japanese. That's not a demerit. That's just a descriptor. I always found Japanese films, or a lot of Japanese films, to always be very long for our standards, although our standards here now are very skewed with all of the blockbuster movies we get that are well over 2 hours, well over 3 hours sometimes. Japanese movies tend to be very shoegazy, very slow-moving, very inward, very quiet, very somber, and this is one of those. At least a lot of the ones that I see, art house ones, tend to be. So this falls into that category. That's kind of what I expected with this. It's very well done. For me, it was just maybe a little too long. It was a little too, for maybe the mood I was in when I watched it. Everyone just walks around like a zombie. I sometimes I'll joke if I'm not being generous with certain things. I'm like, I didn't know I was getting a zombie movie, but everybody acts like one in this. Everybody is very sad. It's a very sad movie. Very quiet, very straight-faced, and all of that, very reserved, which I think to a degree is the Japanese culture as well. But it's very good. It's a meditation on grieving and loss, and with that slight supernatural vibe. She sees things sometimes. She sees things that might be, our protagonists might be remnants of people who are no longer with us. Let's just put it that way. That's probably the best way to describe what she sees. And just really nicely done. Ultimately, the DVD that I watched was lean on extras. It had a teaser trailer that's 2.5 minutes long, and that was it. But looked great, and it's a good movie. Indiepix picks really interesting films that don't always get a theatrical release in this country, but are worth looking at. And this is one of them from 2023. This is Last Shadow at First Light.